back to Tushington Hall and this week's jolly broadcast. In a bid to build bridges between Booby Dingle and our neighbours in Lower Minge, to extend the hand of friendship, we thought it would be a capital idea to arrange a friendly sporting challenge, a rugger match. We rather thought that a rugby match would be a tremendous gesture of goodwill, which would help both villages to put this tiresome misunderstanding about the buried treasure, legally discovered here in the grounds of Tushington Hall, behind us. Of course, one volunteered to be right in the thick of it as official match first aider, so armed with one's bucket and sponge, one stood on the touchlines ready for action, and within minutes I was dealing with my first casualty, a nasty groin injury. Well, I didn't hang about. A good rub of the afflicted area with my sponge and the chap was soon up and back in business. Do you know, by half-time I'd treated 18 groin injuries, including 5 players, 3 visiting supporters and the referee. Twice. My sponge certainly saw some action, I can tell you. Midway through the second half, Booby Dingle were absolutely dicking Lower Minge. It was all going so well. However, 15 minutes before the final whistle, Lower Minge played their trump card and brought on their latest signing. Well, you'll never guess who it was. Johnny Wilkinson. Yes, Johnny Wilkinson, who scored England's winning drop goal in the 2003 Rugby World Cup final. Yes, that Johnny Wilkinson. Apparently, Mr. Wilkinson had recently purchased a property in Lower Minge. Ergo, he was perfectly eligible to play for the Lower Minge first 15, which he did with great aplomb and turned the game around. Blighter. Well, needless to say, we here in Booby Dingle were somewhat disappointed by the final score and the manner in which Lower Minge snatched victory from us. It really wasn't cricket. Yes, I know it wasn't cricket because, of course, it was rugby. Anyway, I'm sure you'll all agree. Strong words were exchanged, mainly between the Brigadier and the referee, the Brigadier and the visiting supporters, and some French chap who just happened to be walking his dog. According to Binky Farlington, the Brigadier could clearly be heard calling Johnny Wilkinson a cheating and suggesting that he go and himself. He's very passionate about the game. Well, it all kicked off. The emergency services were called and our village policeman, PC Smithers, arrived on the scene, parked his bicycle, assessed the situation and discharged his taser. The whole day was an absolute write-off, particularly for the French chap who didn't appreciate having 50,000 volts fired into his derriere. Damn shame. Right. Back to more serious business. The Booby Dingle play. We've decided against doing West Side Story. Rather too American, we thought. So we've plumped for a good British production. Oliver. It's a family favourite, guaranteed audience, and I very much see myself taking on the role of Nancy. We're holding open auditions in the village hall next Thursday evening at 7:30, straight after the Booby Dingle Debating Society have finished contemplating this week's subject, Top Gear. Is it shit since Clarkson left? Great Scott, is that the time? One must fly. Oodles to do. See you next time. Cheerio. If you don't mind having to go without things, it's a fine life. It's a fine life. Though it ain't all jolly or pleasure at ends, it's a fine life. La 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 la.